Today, I would like to invite you to join us with baby Eleni and our wonderful client Maria. And so, yeah, Eleni is wanting to be participating in the conversation. But yeah, just have some questions for you. Just a little bit about experience you have with the Motherhood Center, and can you just let us know how did you learn about the Motherhood Center?
Yeah, so my sister, so this is my first baby, but my sister's on her, just had her third, and she didn't know she was pregnant. But whenever she found out I was pregnant, she goes, "Oh, if I had another baby, I would go to Motherhood Center." She's like, "They have everything you need, classes, yoga, massages."
With us how excited she is.
Yes.
That Anne told her about us.
Yes, she's loved it from the beginning too.
Yeah.
So whenever she mentioned that, and then she found out she was pregnant, and so we came together in December of last year. We just kind of came and did like a little tour.
Yeah.
And so after that, I booked my first massage, prenatal massage. So it was like my second trimester, and I had some sciatic pain, and I booked a massage. And after that, I was like, every week I was here.
Yeah. You were sold.
I was sold.
Yeah.
After that, I think I did the prenatal class, prenatal yoga. Oh, I know. It's nap time. She's fed, clean diapers, time to sleep. Yeah.
And she just participated in Mama's Circle. So,
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a lot of interactions there.
A lot
with
of
other
interactions.
moms.
Yeah, which we
Yeah.
love. You know, she loves her little friends in the class
Yeah,
too. So yeah, after the massage, we started coming for prenatal yoga, and then the prenatal workout class.
Yes.
That's my favorite. That was my favorite. I mean, it kicked my butt.
Yeah, I know. I tell clients like, don't get discouraged from the first class because it is and that's what when I started the Motherhood Center 23 years ago, pregnant women were not even like encouraged to exercise, right?
Yeah.
And so now fast forward, not that we are encouraging, but pregnant women do CrossFit and all of that, so there's a kind of a full spectrum of what you can do, during pregnancy, movement-wise.
Yes.
And so, of course, we have the prenatal yoga and we have the prenatal fitness. So, a lot of times clients like to kind of, mix it up.
Yes. Between prenatal yoga, prenatal fitness, and the massages, I really think that helped me a lot with my birth as well. Yeah. It was really good for like practice to like, I can do anything for 30 to 60 seconds. I can, the breathing techniques that you learn in yoga were so helpful. And then, of course, just like relaxing and opening up the body in massages, that really, really helped. Yeah.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So Maria, I know that you're a content creator, right?
Yes.
And so I'm sure there were so many different topics you were tackling during the pregnancy, and after that, childbirth and new baby, and how do you even have a time for any of it?
Yes, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much content. There's so many people who are looking for this information, and I was so ready to like get right back into it. But it was hard, and I had to give myself grace after a while, because you think about it. If content creation is a job, like if you have a regular job, you get maternity leave, right? It's really important that a mother takes time off to care for herself and for the baby. And so I ended up giving myself a good bit of grace for that, and I gave myself some time off. But it was hard because you're still scrolling, even if you're off, like if you're not, taking time off, like you're still scrolling social media. And there were so many videos of women who were like, this is my routine, 2 days postpartum. This is my,
I can just hear it. Yeah, the computerized voice. This is what I do.
And they're wearing like, cute pajamas, and they're like feeding their babies. And, it was so tough for me. Like, how you have a routine, like I didn't have a routine up until like maybe like 3 weeks ago, my baby's 3 months old now. And so I'm just now feeling like, okay, like I can get back into it, which makes sense. Most maternity leave, if you have a good company, is about 12 weeks. And so we really should be giving ourselves time, at least those 12 weeks. But it's really hard when you see on social media other moms who are, doing things at 4 weeks old, 6 weeks, 4 weeks postpartum, 6 weeks postpartum, and they're eating full meals.
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I would get like a bite of a bagel.
Yeah. Well, and that kind of
Yeah.
comes where, asking for help or receiving help,
Yes.
so if it's a family members you have access to, which can help you and give you that break to have a nap, during the day,
Mm-hmm.
or having some assistance, with overnights. And that's kind of where,
Yes.
before I created the Motherhood Center, I was postpartum doula, baby nurse, night nurse, all these different terms,
Yes.
and that was really what was my primary goal, to give those moms breaks. I mean, obviously teaching them about the baby and educating and caring for the baby, but so much was really allowing these moms to have a break.
Yes. And I definitely think because I originally found Motherhood Center in search of a birth doula, and I definitely think postpartum doula. If I could go back and figure out what help I really needed, it would be postpartum. I mean, birth, of course, that's a marathon. You need training for that as well, but postpartum is really where that help can be. Make or break you.
Sure.
Because there's a really really hard time, very much emotionally. Like your hormones are doing the craziest dance.
Yeah.
So to have I actually have a postpartum doula, and I absolutely love her, and I think that's been the biggest help for me and for us and for my family.
Sure.
She's helped me to take a few hours to rest. She's helped me with learning about my baby.
Well, that's because there's so much unknown, right? And it's not like you need to call pediatrician with every question, because they are not really medical.
Right.
It's like, is this normal? Is this not?
Yes.
How do I navigate through this?
Yes.
And I always tell clients, and actually one of our clients a few years ago, she shared that with us, that it's like the best push present, right?
Yes.
And it's really not a luxury. It really is a necessity. And
it is. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I would agree that it's. I feel it does make me feel luxurious to have someone to be able to help me with my baby, but it is a necessity.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I wish the resource was available to every single mother.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, ages before,
Yes.
it was the village atmosphere. That's kind of where, again, recreating the village.
Yes.
I mean, for the Motherhood Center, I mean, it is a paid service, right?
Yeah.
But it is kind of assisting in recreating the village, because it never was just that woman alone with her baby.
Yeah.
Right? There was this whole support system from somebody who cared for the mothers, care for the baby, care for the family, somebody who would, do the dishes, do the laundry, somebody who could kind of really provide, so mom, can really heal. We have one of our clients, she's Asian, and so her husband came the other day, and he was picking up something, and he said, she's following the 6 weeks, and she has not left the house, and she's being cared for, and actually just today we just saw her coming in, and it was just this, really kind of resurfacing.
I agree.
So that's for some women, that really is feeling like a luxury. It's like, wow, you could just really rest, but that's what we need, right?
Absolutely.
That's what the body is needing to recover and to be able to care for these little ones.
Absolutely. And it's always like you leave the hospital, it's like, here's, take care of your baby. But mom really needs that help. It not only takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to raise a mother as well.
Yeah, I love that.
Thank you. Like she doesn't know. She's like, am I okay? Do I want to cry?
Okay, I will be on standby for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you tell them, huh? What would you say to new mommies? Yeah, she says, my mommy loves this place.
So what would you say, Maria, just because we hear a lot of times from clients that they learn about the Motherhood Center, in the 3rd trimester or once they already have their babies. And so what can you tell me on that? Because I know you kind of, maybe our sisters help, you learn about us, but even we had a conversation, it's like, oh, I just wish
Oh my gosh, if I would have known that day I found out I was pregnant, I would have been here every week from the beginning, but I definitely think like it's so helpful at any phase. I'm almost kind of like sad because like eventually she's gonna get bigger, you know, and I'm gonna like. I mean, there's still resources here for me at Motherhood Center because I'm, you know, even when she's a year old, I'm still a mom, right? But you know, mom and baby yoga, she'll be a little bit, you know, too mobile for that, right? So it kind of makes me sad. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, so there's just so many resources here, right? I mean, even for like a CPR class, like that's something I want to do too, because like, you know, like she's gonna be on solids one day, and I gotta make sure I know how to, you know, help her out if anything were to happen.
Sure, definitely. Well, and also the babysitting services, you know, for date nights, and so so I mean, we have clients which literally they've been with us 15, 16, 17 years, and they are still clients of the Motherhood Center just because they are now, you know, mom is coming for massages, you know, because it's still, you know, supportive in many ways, not only the, you know, of course, the yoga and massages, but the childcare services are a big component.
Exactly. Oh, and actually, that's what I was going to mention is that was originally the reason I had, like we came for a tour. I wanted to see what Motherhood Center was about, but I really wanted a birth doula. And, you know, I think that was like the first, when I was looking up birth doulas in Google, right? Motherhood Center comes up. But y'all didn't have birth doulas at the time. And so I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? Like, you know, how am I going to, you know, like, how is this Motherhood Center going to be play a role in my life? Like, I had no idea that it would be like the main source of community and support that I've had so far.
Thank you. Well, and that's what one of the reasons when I was creating the Motherhood Center, it was just really kind of recreating the village, right?
You
know, because so many of our clients are international. You know, so like the extended family is in another continent, right? Or if it's in another city, you know, it's really, it's just, you know, not having kind of the closed-in community. And so you were lucky you had your sister who, you know, already kind of went on that journey. And so I'm sure she was a big, you know, source of information and kind of a support and guidance. But you still, this is your unique pregnancy and your unique parenthood. So finding all these different, you know, information through the classes and just really visiting with other moms and just kind of picking their brains and you know, and it's like, oh, this worked for me, is like, have you tried that? And so again, just kind of that community, kind of the camaraderie.
Absolutely. Like every time I come into a mama circle or mama baby yoga, I'm like, I'm not alone. You know, and you know, and there's like hard nights where you're in the nursery and they won't go to sleep, and you know that you're not the only mother in the world, you know, with at 3 o'clock in the morning burning the night oil, right? But when you come into these classes, you really feel it. You're like, oh my gosh, okay, like I'm not alone. I'm not going through this alone. Like this is my village.
Kind of validating your feelings too.
For
you know,
sure.
Especially if somebody says like, oh, okay, it's not just me feeling that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been awesome. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Well, little kind of a plug for the Motherhood Center. So this is a few years ago. I met this lady, and she never came to the Motherhood Center.
Okay.
But she said, you know, but the Motherhood Center been such a big part of her journey.
Okay.
And I'm like, so how so? She's like, well, if it was the 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was nursing my baby, and you know, or just kind of being away. I always could go to the Motherhood Center website. And, you know, just that kind of, you know, the wordage and the sincerity and kind of the care. So she's like, so even just that.
Virtually.
Virtually, just really, even if she did not even do our virtual classes, just knowing that there is a place, you know, where if she does need help, or if she just kind of has a way to, you know, to come see us, you know, that we are here. And so even kind of the 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, the internet search, you know, we are able to kind of reach clients in that way too.
Absolutely. No, this is definitely, you know, just like such an integral part of the motherhood community in Houston, because there's not a lot of places like this. And we were just talking about that in the circle this morning, was that, you know, I'm surprised there's not more yoga studios, because there's so many yoga studios in Houston. This is the third largest city in the United States, but this is the place where I come for mama and baby yoga.
Well, for the Motherhood Center, so on the yoga and fitness aspect of, So our primary clients are pregnant women
Yes.
and new moms. And so the prime times for our exercise classes are devoted to clients like you.
Yes.
You know, where with other studios, it's hard for them to kind of justify that.
Yeah.
You know, because that's not their audience. And so for us, our primary client and our, you know, focus is really the expecting and new moms.
Yeah.
So we can kind of build the schedule really kind of around that.
Yeah. We're so lucky to have you guys.
Well, we are excited to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Maria, just so you've been part of the Motherhood Center now for for a few months, and what would you like to share maybe with other mommies? Maybe what you didn't know about either Motherhood Center or motherhood, or just anything, any helpful tips and tricks or tidbits?
I would say just staying as active as possible. Of course, like you need your rest. Rest is so important, but especially during those pregnant months, you know, there's a lot of days where I just like wanted to sit on the couch, but just like being able to stay active and move my body, I think not only made birth a great experience, but also my recovery.
Sure.
I really felt like that was such a good part of being able to recover so quickly after birth. And it's not about recovering quickly, you know, it's take as long as you need, you know, rest as much as you can, take care of your body as much as you can. But I definitely think staying active was really, it made me feel really good about not only about myself, but like this new gift that I was, you know, this incredible experience that I was embarking on, you know. And the other thing too is like ask for help. Ask for help. Like it's okay to ask for help. It does not make you weak. Like motherhood will like test test like the most strongest person, and you think like, oh my god, I am so alone in this, and you're not. So it's just be like, hey, you know what? Like I haven't slept in 4 days, and I feel like I'm losing my mind and my normal. And then I feel like Motherhood Center is like such a great place. Like even on the website, it's like you are not alone. You know,
And I see that just kind of with the exercise. You know, I always tell clients, it's, you know, childbirth is like running a marathon, right? And so, you know, just preparing your body, you know, obviously with the different positions, different, you know, holding different poses, you know, the breathing exercises, as you mentioned. But after that, I love the recovery part that, you know, it's not the bouncing back. It's, you know, because as you know, it took 9 months to create this precious human being, you know, and so it is going to take a longer time. But also with your muscle memory, you know, throughout pregnancy, you know, if you do exercise regularly, your body kind of has a little bit of different perspective of what to go back to, you know, or I mean, it's going to be a very different body, you know, but it is, you know, because those babies are heavy. They just keep getting heavier, the car seats, right?
Oh my gosh, everything.
And so, so if you are not physically prepared for that, that's why we have moms with all kinds of different injuries, because, you know, your ligaments are stretched, you know, now they are kind of getting back to new normal. And so you can kind of, you know, you can hurt yourself just kind of caring for your baby, because all these new physical activities you are doing.
Absolutely.
So, and definitely, like you said, you know, I think just being in the camaraderie of other pregnant women, you know, it's just kind of valid, you know, so you know, if your back is hurting and your ankles are swollen, everything goes, you know, because everybody is having either the same or very similar experience, or just kind of validating. And I was like, okay, it's not just me, you know, feeling that way.
And there's not a lot of places, you know, I feel like being postpartum, it was so nice to have a place like this to come to, because yes, you can go out of the house, you can go to the mall, you can go to the library, but it just feels so comfortable to be here, to just like be able to nurse your baby freely, have a conversation about motherhood freely, and not be like in search of someone like, you know, is this person thinking what I'm thinking? Like, you know, you come here and you're understood, you're seen. You're seen.
And that's what I tell clients, like, don't wait too long. It doesn't matter if baby is pooping, spitting up, crying, you know, everything goes, you know, because it really is the Motherhood Center, it really is created for clients just like you, you know, just being able to have, you know, a lot of times this is the client's first outing. You know,
it was mine.
A lot of times it's the Target trip, right? But really it's the Motherhood Center, because they know that if there is the blowout diaper, or if the baby is
Yes.
just, not having her day or his day,
Right.
it's fine.
Yes. Yeah.
So kind of testing the grounds and kind of pushing the
Absolutely.
boundaries, because it is
Yeah.
overwhelming, right?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. But Motherhood Center, I feel like really helped me gain my confidence, not only as a pregnant person, but now as a new mom too.
Thank you.
Thank
Well, we
you.
appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
And I do kind of like the fact too that you said, ask for help.
Yes.
Because we do, especially of, successful career women, you are just kind of on the go. And now it's like millions of questions you don't have answers for, right?
Yeah.
And I tell clients it's almost kind of like you are supposed to be mastering something
Yes.
while you are learning.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And so, having the Motherhood Center to come here as a resource, but also, having the permission to ask for help.
Yes. Yeah.
So many times I see clients, I'm like, oh, can I help you? He's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, let me help you.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
okay to receive help.
Right. This is the place to, I feel like, help to like learn how to be vulnerable.
I
Allow
like that.
yourself to be vulnerable, to, allow the help, and
Yeah.
allow yourself to actually heal, because
Yeah.
it's a lot,
Yeah.
and so it's amazing.
It's a major transformation, physically,
Yes.
emotionally,
All of it,
all
mentally.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are very excited to have you.
Thank you. And now she's asleep.
Yes. So yeah, you rocked her.
Yes.
Into the,
She said all she needed to say.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to be part of the conversation.
She did.
And she was.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Oh, precious.
Thank
So,
you
yeah,
so
well,
much.